I love that you guys say it back. That's awesome. I love all the ears, too. Wonder why they're wearing all those, Miss George. I don't know. Kind of funny. Thank you guys so much for being here. I'm Lisa Hudson with WHAS 11 News. We have been doing the ExCEL Award, and of course we're doing it alongside LG&E KU, and we've been doing it for 30 years now, and I'm 31, so if that tells you anything. We've been doing it a long time, and this is my first year to actually be a part of it, so I'm so excited. And the ExCEL Award, if you're wondering what it is, it's a very special award that we give to special teachers in Kentucky who have went above and beyond in the classroom to help not only you guys, but also our future leaders of our society, and of course right here in Louisville and in Jefferson County. So that's why we are here, and we picked Miss George. We get plenty of applications every year for these awards, but we only give out a select few, and this year there were 4 in Jefferson County, and Miss George was one of them. So if you think of all the thousands of teachers that there are in Kentucky, and for Miss George to be one of our recipients, it's a big deal. Yeah. I just left Miss George's classroom, and I have to tell you, as soon as you walk in, it's like Mickey Mouse exploded. It's fantastic. There's so many ears, and there's Mickey, and there's Minnie, and I love it because, I mean, who doesn't love Disney, right? It's perfect. And Miss George, you know, has a passion for Disney, which is why we're all wearing our ears today. So thank you all for participating in that. I want to read you a couple of things that some folks said about Miss George. And this is coming from one of her colleagues, and I loved it. She said, every student gets a hug, not a side or an air hug, a bear hug greeting. Every morning, if you are her student, you get a hug. Mellisa adopts a student every year that has not always been the shiniest star, and she finds what makes that student tick and winds the clock all year. Her enthusiasm is contagious. It's hard to match her energy and excitement. When her sentence starts, I found this awesome, you know you're in for an adventure. Walk in the classroom, her personality is splashed all over the room. Who loves Disney? Who loves Disney? Yay! And who else loves Disney? Miss George! Yay! That's really what she said. She said it in the letter. I'm just reading the letter. They just said it in the letter. Anyway, we want to thank Miss George for everything that she has done. For 20 years, she has been teaching, and that is a lot of students to pass through her classroom and for her to have a positive impact on, and she has certainly done that. You can tell just being in her classroom how much she loves her students and how much she loves to see you succeed and learn so many new things. It's like a light bulb. When a light bulb goes off in your head, it is a joy to Miss George's heart. You can just see her eyes sparkle whenever that happens for you. So just know that you have an incredible teacher in Miss Mellisa George, and that is why she is a 2019 LG&E KU WHAS 11 ExCEL Award winner.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you for being here today. Thank you for having me. Love it. Love the energy here today. And I just wanted to say on behalf of LG&E KU, I'm so happy to be part of today's ceremony and to have the opportunity to recognize Miss George on behalf of all of our employees. Educators like Miss George truly exemplify the saying that better than 1,000 days of diligent study is one day with a really great teacher. Miss George's students are so lucky to spend their days with her. As one nominator noted, Ms. George is a facilitator of student learning. She frequently questions her students and gives them opportunities to solve problems not just found in a textbook. Ms. George wants her students to be problem solvers and thinkers, and she structures her lessons to promote philosophy. Well, from our perspective at LG&E and KU, areas like math, technology, and science are at the root of everything we do. And we know that a strong background in critical thinking and problem solving empowers students to manage the challenges of living and working in a global, diverse society. We also want to help inspire students because we know that each student sitting here today and across our community will become our future community leaders. In closing, Ms. George, we appreciate and celebrate the positive impacts you're making within our community for your students and for your passion for learning and teaching. I'm happy to present to you this check for $1,000. Oh, yes. that we know will be well used in your classroom. Congratulations, and please come forward to accept your award.
All right, I'm excited to be here for our fourth recipient of the ExCEL Award this year, and definitely the first where we've had a dog with us here, so that's exciting. What's the name? Nalu. Nalu's a pretty dog. Excited to be here, and students, I want to reiterate what was said earlier. There are close to 7,000 teachers in Jefferson County Public Schools. And the ExCEL Award is given to the best of the best. And it is given to teachers not only in JCPS, but in all the surrounding counties. And 11 are given every single year. Only 11 out of probably 11 or 12,000 teachers. And we have had 4 JCPS teachers get this award out of 7,000. And so Miss George is one of those teachers. So how incredible is that she is here? And so how many students here have been lucky enough to have Mrs. George as a teacher? All right, a number of you, that's great. So some of her colleagues have said she's an exemplary teacher who leads her students and her team with professionalism, enthusiasm, and knowledge. She demonstrates a heart for her students and their learning and is always seeking out professional development. They talk all about how she teaches in a different way, how she gives them opportunities to solve problems and not just to textbooks. She wants her students to be problem solvers and thinkers. She's been at Stopher since the school opened 12 years ago, and she strives to create a respectful environment where all student ideas are valued and students are encouraged to share. As all great teachers do, they do extra stuff at school. She served as National Honor Society co-sponsor, cheerleading coach, instructor for numerous after-school and summer programs, and is a member of the ILT. So not only is she a great teacher, but she's also giving extra to students each and every day. And so, Mrs. George, it's on behalf of JCPS, and as the superintendent, I want to congratulate you for winning the ExCEL Award, and it's my honor to present you with the Superintendent's Medallion. Congratulations.
Good afternoon. Welcome, Stopher Sharks. Thank you for the warm welcome here, not just for showing appreciation for your fantastic teacher, Miss George, but also for just being great students. I can tell that your teachers are really great teachers. I know you guys know what to do. You have the ears on. You have so much spirit. And I have to say, is it Nalu's? Nalu has to be the most chilled out dog I have ever seen. If my dog was in here with all the you, especially kids, I don't know. I think he might explode, but he is just fantastic. So the LG&E KU WHAS 11 Excellence in Classroom Educational Leadership, or ExCEL Award, is given to a teacher who is a role model for educational excellence, someone who continues to learn about education and enhance her teaching skills, and someone who creates and keeps meaningful relationships to students, parents, colleagues, and the community. Mellisa George embodies all of those qualities and much more. For over 20 years, Ms. George has taught JCPS students. 12 of those years have been here at Stopher Elementary, where she has taught first and second grades. During her time here, she has earned a national board certification, served on the instructional leadership team, or ILT, as Dr. Polio had mentioned, the courtesy committee, and of course, coached the cheerleading team. In addition to those responsibilities, Ms. George collaborates with her first grade teachers to provide a fantastic and conducive environment to our students for learning. Ms. George also works hard to establish a healthy and maintain a healthy classroom environment. And I know those of you who are students of her can attest to her can-do attitude. Outside of the classroom, as Dr. Polio had mentioned, Ms. George does do a lot of things, but she also surrounds herself with her family and her dogs. I believe there are 4 dogs, is that correct? So this is one of them. Most of her family vacations have been spent at Walt Disney World. That's a surprise. And obviously, I think you're a long-time annual pass holder. So if you are going to Disney and you need tips, we know where to go for that. And when she's not working here also, one of the things that she volunteers to do is that she volunteers with Fed with Faith. And what Fed with Faith does is that they help deliver meals and supplies to those who are less fortunate and that are homeless. And unfortunately, we do have some students that are like that, so we do appreciate your dedication to that. I will say that I have heard that there is occasionally a happiest place on earth, but I don't think that's there right now. I think it might be right here. So on behalf of the Jefferson County Board of Education, thank you, Ms. George, for your dedication to our students and children of our community, and congratulations on this achievement. It is my privilege to present to you this 2019 ExCEL Award.
Good afternoon. Thank you for the warm greeting. I had no idea when I put on my red for public ed today, because it's Wednesday, right, that I was actually completely matching your whole setup here. And I'm leaving with a set of ears. This is awesome. Thank you for being such an interesting and cool teacher. Well, I'm here on behalf of Brent McKim, who is the president of the Jefferson County Teacher Association, and Executive Director Deanne Flaherty, who were not able to be present today. But actually, this is one of my most happy jobs I get to do, because it's always a privilege to be able to see fantastic work happening throughout our schools. And when we have quality teachers doing what they do in the classroom, it goes beyond the classroom. And so on behalf of your professional organization, the Jefferson County Teacher Association, it is my pleasure to present the Jefferson County Teachers Association Schoolhouse Award, presented to you, Mellisa George, an appreciation for your supportive actions regarding education and teachers. Thank you so much for what you do.
Okay, Ms. George, we're here to kind of tell your secrets about things that maybe people do not know about you. Did you know that Ms. George loves to shop? She is always looking, your class said yes. She is always looking for the best bargain in town. If you ever want to save money, you need to take her with you. Ms. George is the only person I know that can go shopping, have a basket full of items, and then they give you back money. Did you know that one of Ms. George's favorite places to shop is the Goodwill? Ms. George's room is filled with tons of cool and unique things that she has picked up from the Goodwill. She is always looking for ways to jazz up her classroom. As soon as you walk in her room, you will see cute fuzzy pillows, chairs, tents, and tons of Mickey Mouse decorations. When you ask her, "Where did you get that?" she'll always say, "At the Goodwill." Ms. George knows the importance of having a classroom that makes her feel welcome. When students come in, they immediately know they're in a place that's going to be magical. Did you know that Ms. George used to work at McDonald's? She did. While in high school and college, she would wake up at 5 in the morning to make those delicious McDonald's biscuits. If you were lucky to stop by the drive-thru window while Ms. George was working, she would greet you with a singing jingle before she took your order. Ms. George's hard work and enthusiasm caught the eyes of those that she worked with. She was named Employee of the Month, and rumor has it that if you stop by Quincy, Illinois, you can still see Ms. George's plaque hanging on the wall. Just like her days at McDonald's, Ms. George doesn't let any time waste. When you walk into her classroom, you will see her busy teaching until the end of the school day. When school is over, instead of going home to unwind, she will spend many of her days tutoring kids. Ms. George is always trying to help kids do their best, and be successful. So whether Ms. George was singing a jingle to a customer in a drive-through line or singing a song of encouragement now to one of her students, she's always trying to bring a smile to people's faces. Ms. George's dedication, love, and joy for her job can be seen daily and felt by everybody who comes in contact with her.
Did you know that Miss George loves the band Pearl Jam and Rick Springfield? I remember about 12 years ago, before Stopher had opened its doors to the students, I drove past a car in the parking lot with Pearl Jam or Bust painted on the windows. I thought to myself, is that band even still together? Little did I know this car belonged to one of the most inspiring teachers I've ever met. Yes, Mellisa George loves Pearl Jam, but did you know that Mellisa even invited the band to her wedding? True story. She has also scaled several seats to get as close as she could to Rick Springfield. Many times uttered from Mrs. George's lips have been the words, "Go hard or go home." This is one of the characteristics that makes Mellisa such an awesome teacher. She always works hard and never gives up. Her drive and motivation is out of this world. She's always ready to take a risk and work as hard as possible to see things to success. When you pass Melissa's room, she's always teaching, working with small groups or individuals, hugging or high-fiving her kids. Her students mean the world to her, and she will do whatever it takes for them to experience success. Did you know that Mellisa loves animals? Mellisa George has rescued 8 dogs and made them a very special part of her family, loving each one for the unique special qualities. But I bet you didn't know that Mellisa, along with her family, spend most of their Sundays visiting homeless camps and delivering food and clothing to the poor. When the temperature drops in Louisville, I've heard Mellisa share worries about individuals they have helped and hoping that they will find a warm bed for the night. Her heart is full of kindness and love, which she shares with all she meets. In the classroom, she loves and has a special spot in her heart for each one of her students, past and present. Over the years, I've seen her buy clothes, food, give toys, and even bicycles to families and kiddos in need. One time, we even had a birthday party for a special kid who was afraid he wouldn't be able to have cake or presents for his birthday. I know she still wonders how and where this kiddo is today. She is always willing to help out a person in need, maybe with a smile, kind words, hugs, or a gift. She is one amazing lady with a selfless heart, willing to share her talents and gifts just to make someone's day or even bring joy to someone's world. Now, Mellisa, you may love Rick Springfield, but you will always be our Josie's girl.
All right, to state the obvious, Mrs. George loves Disney, but did you know? How many times has Mrs. George been to Disney World? Hold on. More than 50 times. Well, soon to be one more, I understand. Mrs. George's wedding invitations had a Disney theme on them. And you're going to turn to your neighbor and tell them what you think Mrs. George's favorite Disney movie is. 5 seconds. Time's up. Are you ready? It's Mary Poppins. Her love for all things Disney has spilled into her classroom. A few years ago, she told us she was going to change her room around. I thought she meant move desks adds more bookshelves. Instead, her room became a red and black polka-dotted mini version of everything Disney, including a giant stuffed Mickey Mouse and a one-eyed Mike Wazowski hanging in the corner, keeping an eye on all the fun. And fun she has. Mrs. George heads up the plans for all of our staff parties. Whether it's a potluck in the teacher's lounge or a visit to a staff on their birthday with a treat, she's the director of all things fun at Stopher. She cannot say good morning to anyone without adding "my friend" at the end of her greeting. If you're a student in her room, you will not get in that door without a hug, whether you want one or not. And sometimes that hug lifts you right off your feet. So these are a few things about Mrs. George you may not have known. The most important things are she's a loving wife, a devoted daughter, a loving sister, an amazing mother, a fun coworker, a great friend, and an awesome teacher. We love you.
My name is Taylor Adams. Hi, my name is Olivia Thomas. We are both in Miss George's class. We would like to tell everyone the top 10 reasons we love being in Miss George's class. Number 1, she is magical and kind. Number 2, she makes every day a special day. Number 3, she is always very fancy. Number 4, she has a treat bucket. Number 5, she gives us hugs each morning when we come in the classroom and hugs us when we leave at the end of the day. Number 6, her room is full of Disney magic. Number 7, we have Mouse Year Monday and Friday and Tuesday and Thursday and every day. Number 8, she says, "May the force be with you" before every test. Number 9, she brought us a bunch of new books to read. Number 10, she is always cheerful like Mary Poppins. Wait, we forgot the most important thing. Oh yes, she taught us that you can't start your day without lipstick and earrings. And now our class would like to sing you a special song.
Oh my goodness. I don't know if I can follow that. It's too good. Thank you so much. And I had my mouse ears because I love that you guys are all rocking your mouse ears this morning. Thank you so much. Okay, so I'm probably going to cry, so I apologize already. All right. Hi, everybody. Thank you, Dr. Polio, Mr. Brady. Thanks to Dr. Owens for nominating me, to LG&E KU, and WHAS for this wonderful honor. I so appreciate it. Thank you. So I don't know. Okay. I'm beyond grateful for my family and friends that are here today to share this experience with me. It really is something to stand before you right now. It's all a little bit overwhelming, but as Mary Poppins would say, it's practically perfect in every way. Like many of my fellow teachers, becoming a teacher was all I ever wanted to be. I never became a teacher because thinking one day I'd receive this sort of recognition. I became a teacher because I wanted to teach children. I wanted to make a positive impact on a child. I wanted to teach them how to read, teach them how to write, teach them how to get along with others, teach them how to love, accept, appreciate, understand, and care for their fellow classmates. I wanted all of these things. It has been a really long journey. I'm from a little bitty town. I went to a small university. I worked 3 jobs to go through school, hoping one day all of that hard work and sacrifice would pay off. And it was worth it, so worth it. I mean, I wake up every morning and go to school to the happiest place on earth, and I have the opportunity to make a difference in someone's life every day. It's truly amazing. Each day I greet my kids with a big hug and a big smile, and I remind them every day how special they are, and I encourage them always to be great. I began teaching 22 years ago. Long time. First, I was a substitute, and during that time I had the opportunity to go to many schools and many different classrooms and meet many different personalities. I did my best to always maintain that Hakuna Matata attitude, but I'm not going to lie, I was growing very anxious. Would I ever be a teacher? Would I ever have my own classroom? Would I ever have my own students to love? And that all changed one day when I wished upon a star and I took a job at Medora Elementary. It was that day that I would meet one of the most influential mentors to me, my dear friend, dare I say my fairy godmother, Judy Toombs. She saw in me what I'd only hoped someone would see. She believed in me when I was struggling to believe in myself. She promised me she would hire me no matter what, and she followed through. Words cannot express how much I appreciate her. Well, 8 years later, with a little faith, trust, and loads of pixie dust, I meet Dr. Owens. From that day one, I knew Dr. Owens was driven to make Stopher Elementary the best school in the state. From the start of our first school year, I knew that this was the environment that would give me the opportunity to become the teacher I always wanted to be. Dr. Owens would go on to challenge me like no other educator has before. She pushed me to achieve. The standard she set to be the best was a driving force for me going to get my national board. I cannot thank her enough for her support that she's given me over these years and that she continues to give me to this day. Stopher Elementary would not be the school it is without her leadership. And I certainly wouldn't be the teacher I am today without her guidance. I appreciate you. Thank you. Over the years, I've been very fortunate. I've been very fortunate to teach alongside so many wonderful people. I would like to thank my previous second grade team and my first grade team for all their support and their knowledge shared. And to Susan Hyland, my partner in crime, we have laughed together, we have cried together, but most of all, we have determined together the best way to teach children. Thanks, Susan, for sharing my passion to be the type of teacher we should be and help kids learn. I'd like to thank this opportunity to thank my family, to my mom and my dad. Thank you for providing me with the opportunity to become the person I am today. To my sister, I'm so proud that you chose to be a teacher as well. I value our daily morning talks and all those ideas shared. To my children, thank you for the days that you packed and unpacked my classroom. You waited around school for me to discuss just one more thing with my team. I'm so proud of the students that you both are. Much to the credit of the education you received as a Stopher Shark. And last but not least, to my husband. You were the driving force to me finishing college and chasing my dreams then, and you are the one that motivates me to be a better person today. I believe with you by my side that there is nothing I can't achieve. You are my Prince Charming. Now, perhaps most of all, I would like to thank all of my students, my Mouseketeers, past and present. You are the reason I teach. The smiles on your faces, the determination in your eyes, the warmth in your heart will always be the reason I teach. I expect a lot of you because I want you to know that a lot is expected of you. I want you to expect a lot of yourself. I want you to give you the tools that you can be the best you can be. I want you to feel special. I want you to believe in yourselves. I want you to believe in your classmates. I want you to believe in me. I want you to believe me when I tell you how very special you are. I want you to believe me when I tell you if you work hard, you can achieve anything. And above all, I want you to believe that you are loved. As many of you know, the Georges, we love three things. We love Disney, Pearl Jam, and Star Wars. And like Eddie Vedder once sang, we were but stones, and your light made us stars. I was but a stone, and I truly believe that the light that is my students made me the star you deem me to be today. Thank you for this beautiful honor. Thank you, everyone, for this moment. Go Sharks! And may the force be with you always.